Okay, you guys, I started off with 1.5 yards of fabric, which was suitable for my size and my measurements, so that's all I needed. But again, you're gonna have to measure yourself and know your measurements before you buy your fabric. Here I'm just showing you that I was able to get a 60-inch width of fabric, which was just perfect. But again, your measurements are going to determine that. You may have to get several yards because you may have to open the material up to cut it if your measurements are larger than that. At the top of the where the waistline is, you're going to need to make a mark just a couple inches over from the selvage, so you don't so the fabric is smooth right there. Then you're going to need to know your waist measurements, and mine is 27. I'm giving you guys my tea. So you're going to take your measurements plus 9 inches, 8 or 9, and divide that in half. So 27 plus 9 is 36, divided by 2 is 18. So that's where I got the 18 from. Here I need to make a mark. Then you're going to need to take your measuring tape from the first mark all the way down to how long you need your skirt to be. I needed mine between like 39 and 40, so I took the tape and made a mark there at 39. Here I'm showing you how the measuring tape lays is kind of diagonal because you want your skirt to flare out at the bottom, not too much, just enough for walking ease. But you're going to need to mark all the way down the measuring tape because you're going to cut that. Do the same exact thing on the other side. So from that first mark, you're going to take it, and then from the 18-inch or whatever your measurement was for your waist on the other side, you're going to do the exact same thing diagonal and make a mark, or marks all the way down, because you're going to wind up cutting that. Here I am showing you the bottom of the skirt. It was easier to use a yardstick. You don't have to, but I just use both. But mark across at the bottom where you need to cut, which was the 39 inches for me. You need to cut it. This is what the skirt looks like before you cut it. I have both sides marked and the bottom marked off. I'm going to cut it. This is what it looks like after you cut it. Both sides are open, so they're going to be sewn together. And in the bottom part, you're going to need for the halter strap of the dress. Here's the bottom part, the halter strap of the dress that you're going to need, and then I'm going to show you how to cut it in measurement. Here is where you need to take your measuring tape around the back of your neck to know how long you need to make that halter backless piece. Mine is between 45, 46, or 47. I marked it at 46 inches is where I'm going to cut. That's how long I need my halter strap to be. So I cut it 46 inches across. Make sure the sides are even, so that's the excess fabric on the edges. I just want to make sure all the edges were even. You're going to fold the fabric in half. Make sure right sides are together because you're going to sew the selvage end of the fabric together. To know how wide the fabric needs to be, you need to take the measuring tape from your belly button all the way around to where you want the back of your halter to be sewn at, which is like at the top of your butt there, where the opening is going to be. Mine is 13 inches. So that is how wide. Well, you know, you need to add an extra inch or so for the seam. But so 14, I would say 14, but mine was 13, so I added an extra inch or so when I get ready to sew it for the seam. Here I show you pin the halter strap together because you're going to sew it just straight down. So it's a tube. It's going to be like a big tube when you get done. Here's the tube. You need to put the seam in the middle. After you sew it, it needs to be in the middle of your halter strap, because that's how you're going to place it on your neck and sew it on. Here I'm just showing you need to make the elastic for your skirt, a narrow hem for 1/4 inch. You need to leave an opening. I'll show you the small opening where you're going to thread the elastic through, and then you're going to close it. Here you need to take the halter piece around the back of your neck and kind of overlap it in the middle. You can use your belly button as a guide, but it needs to overlap so you know your boobs don't fall out. You need a little overlap so they can be contained. Here again, I'm just showing you kind of where it's placed. It's not quite centered. I mean, it's overlapping, so it's not going to be the center, but it has to be centered. If you see where it crosses at the top, that's the part that needs to be in the center. You can do it left or right, it doesn't matter. This is what it looks like once you overlap it and sew it. You can use a small seam, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. This is what it looks like. I tucked it in. You need to, for fitting, you need to put it on so you know how to sew it, and tuck it in, the ends in, inside your skirt. This is what the back looks like. You need to tuck the back, each side, wrap it around to where you want, how much back you want out. Maybe you don't want this much back. You can bring it in closer. It just depends. But you need to make sure they're even on both sides, from the back to the seam of your skirt, which is roughly 4. So you need to do this on both sides and make sure they're even in the back. If they're not sewn even, they're gonna look crooked in the back. Okay, then you need to pin it. You can do this on your body, off your body if you can. I did it on my body. It was kind of hard to take it off, but I got it off. You pin the halter strap to your skirt and you're going to sew it in the seam. And this is it, you guys. You hem the dress and this is it. This is me wearing it. I think it turned out pretty good. You're going to be mindful, very mindful of the undergarments that you wear with this. I'm looking like Big Booty Judy here, but yeah, you're going to be mindful of the type of undergarments you wear. And that is it, you guys. I hope it was not that quick and you couldn't understand it. But any questions, leave them in the comment section.